Thanks for stopping by today. Today I'm going to show you how to make a card using this really fun diagonal fold. I've done 3 different samples here. They all use the Flowering Fields stamp set that you can get right now for free when you place a $50 order at my online store. More about that later. Let me show you the Flowering Fields stamp set. What I really like about it is there are 6 different images that you can use, and I've done my cards that I'm going to be using at my March stamp clubs and online stamp clubs to make these cards. Alrighty, let me show you how we're going to do this fold. So what I've used, I like to use our Whisper White thick cardstock because it works really well for your card bases. And what I do when I get my cardstock, I either do it on my big trimmer that I have where I can cut a big stack of paper, or I'll just take it down to Kinko's and have them cut it in half at 5.5. Then I'm ready. All I need to do is score my card base at 4.25, and then I'll be ready to go. Okay, so what we're going to do in order to make this fold on our card base is I've already scored it at the 4.25. I'm going to put it in my trimmer, and I'm going to make sure this left edge is right at 3 inches on my trimmer. I love the Stampin' Up! Trimmer because not only does it have measurements that are easy to see along this edge, we're going to be cutting part of the middle of the card, and these little markings make that easy to see as well. So now what we're going to do, again with our left edge lined up at 3, we're going to cut from 2.5, which I can easily see right here, to 4 7/8. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and do that. There's 4.5, and there's 4 7/8. Then what I'm going to do is turn. I'm going to line it up again, the left edge at the 3. Then I'm going to cut from 3 inches to 5/8, which is right up here. Okay. Now, here comes the magic. You're going to take this little window right here, you're going to kind of push that down, and at the same time you're going to flip that other edge in. All right, then you're just going to fold over where you've scored, and look at that, you have got this neat little fold. Now what I did is I used mint macaron cardstock, Hello Honey cardstock for my layers, and then this little square is what I stamped on. Then I finished the inside with a piece of mint macaron, and I stamped right here on this one. On this card I stamped Hooray for Today and inserted a little piece of Hello Honey. And I wanted to show you, I don't know if you have ever used our little silicone craft mats when you're adhering cardstock, but it is so cool, and I wanted to show you. I've pre-stamped this little piece of Hello Honey, and now I'm running my snail. None of it sticks right here. I've got it right on the edges, and then I can pop that down on my card. A lot of times we use our grid paper or just a piece of scratch paper to be running our snail on, and it sticks. Well, with this great little mat, you won't have that trouble. I wanted to show you, I also use this Greatest Greetings stamp set, which is in our Occasions catalog. It's got all these fun sentiments, and the one I used on this card is Sending Smiles, hooray for today. That would make just a great encouraging card or a birthday card. I like to use our archival basic gray ink when I'm stamping my greetings. I find it's a little less severe than the basic black. Then the only other thing I did is I chose complementary colors with my Stampin' Right markers. I used Tangelo Twist, Old Olive, Mint Macaron, Hello Honey, and Daffodil Delight. And then I used a blender pen when I was coloring in my flowers to just kind of smooth it all together so the lines aren't quite as harsh. Now I wanted to tell you one more thing. A lot of my stamp clubs, of course, are local to me, and I live in Wiley, Texas, but I also have a way that if you don't live in Wiley, Texas, and you still want to stamp with me, I put a hostess code on my blog every month at stampmaven.com, and if you are also a newsletter subscriber, you will get that code in an email. And just by placing a minimum $30 order on my site, you will get the same materials that my stamp clubs get in order to make the projects. Now this month, this is one of our cards. So you'll get everything all cut and ready. All you'll have to do is stamp. And if you don't have this stamp set, you can order it, or you can certainly use another set that you have. And then I'll have another card, and that one you'll get in my newsletter, so you'll see what you're stamping. They're all really cool though. And a special bonus for my club members, both in person and online, is you will get a color PDF that will give you all the measurements and instructions for making the cards, as well as this month you'll get a written out tutorial, so you'll have all the measurements and with color pictures of how to do this. So I hope you have enjoyed learning this fun little card, and come back and see what I've got up my sleeve next time.